Hello, my name is Brayden. This is Airless Cool 9, and in today's video, I want to discuss opportunity tax once again. So, a couple weeks ago, I released a video titled Opportunity Tax Cannot Work on Allies, and I wanted to start this video off by saying that obviously that ruling that I decided was true was not, in fact, how opportunity tax work. So, opportunity attacks do not specify that the target has to be a hostile creature or an enemy or whatever the terminology that you want to use is. Opportunity attacks can work on any creature. And so, I want to look at the rules once again and then tell you what my actual issue is with opportunity attacks and the ruling with them. So, as you can see here, opportunity attacks can be made when a creature that you can see leaves your reach using its action, its bonus action, its reaction, or one of its speeds. To make an opportunity attack, you take a reaction to make one melee attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike against a provoking creature. The attack occurs right before the creature leaves your reach. And below that is the section on opportunity attacks that can be found in Chapter 1 in the combat section. It says, combatants watch for enemies to drop their guard. If you move heedlessly past your foes, you put yourself in danger by provoking an opportunity attack. I do want to specify that you, in this context, refers to the creature provoking the opportunity attack. It's not specifically you, the player. It could be an ally that is the subject to you, or an enemy that is the subject to you. It's just the wording on this particular fluff here. So, avoiding opportunity attacks. You can avoid provoking opportunity attack by taking the disengage action, and you can also provoke. And you also don't provoke an opportunity attack when you teleport or you're moved against your or you are moved without using your movement, action, bonus action, or reaction. This includes features that move you against your will. So, for example, you would not provoke an opportunity attack if an explosion hurled you out of a foe's reach, or if you fell past an enemy, or if there's a particular feature that forces movement. That would not provoke an opportunity attack unless the specific feature says that it does. There are also specific features that you can use in the game that actually specify that they don't provoke opportunity attacks. So those are also examples of things that don't provoke an opportunity attack. And then right below that, make an opportunity attack. It's just a rehash of the rules that you can make an opportunity attack when a creature that you can see leaves your reach. To make the attack, you take a reaction and make one melee attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike against that creature, and the attack occurs right before it leaves your reach. So just a rehash of how opportunity attacks work. So I want to say that based on the ruling here, it is entirely viable for you to target an ally with an opportunity attack. Now, there may not be a reason for you to do so yet, because based on how opportunity attacks work, you are making an attack against an ally that provoked the attack. So there's normally not going to be a reason for you to attack an ally, but you could totally do so. I think this is probably going to be useful in some cases, specifically if one of your allies is charmed and is being forced to attack you and the rest of your allies. So that is a reason that this ruling could be particularly good. But I do want to state for the record what my actual problem with opportunity tax is. And it's really not with the ruling on opportunity tax at all. I don't care if it doesn't specify that you don't have to, that you can't only target hostile creatures. I think it's perfectly fine for opportunity attacks to be provoked on any type of creature, regardless of their affiliation to you. I think that's fine. My real issue is with the Warcaster feat. And I want to pull that up so that we can take a look at it. So, Warcaster. This is a general feat that has a prerequisite of level 4 plus, and you have to have the spellcasting or the pact magic feature in order to take this feat. So, this feat grants you 4 benefits. The first is an ability score increase, where you can increase your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma score by 1 to a max of 20. The second is concentration. You have advantage on constitution saving throws that you make to maintain concentration. This is a really good benefit. The last benefit is somatic components. You can perform the somatic components of spells even when you have weapons or a shield in one or both hands. This is also a really niche feature that is pretty decent. And then we get to the actual broken component of this feat. Reactive spell. So reactive spell reads, when a creature provokes an opportunity attack from you by leaving your reach, you can take a reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack. The spell must have a casting time of 1 action and must target only that creature. So, because of the way that this benefit is worded, it does not specify that the spell that you cast has to be a damaging spell. So, based on the limitations here, all it says is that the casting time has to be an action and that the spell must target only that creature. And it also doesn't specify that the spell you cast has to have a range of touch. So it could be a spell that has a range of any amount, as long as that spell isn't self. So, by the ruling here, you could potentially cast a spell on the target that heals it, or you could cast a spell that buffs it in some way. And the reason that you would do that is if an ally provoked your opportunity attack. So there are some issues with this benefit, obviously. And really it boils down to whether or not you are making an opportunity attack against that creature. Because if you are, I think it is perfectly reasonable for the DM to say the spell that you cast on the target cannot be a healing or a buff spell. It has to be a spell that deals damage to the target. That seems a perfectly reasonable stipulation to put on this. But the wording of this benefit is so specific because it says you take a reaction to cast a spell at the creature rather than making an opportunity attack. So it is entirely unclear whether or not this reactive spell is still an opportunity attack or if it's something completely new. So it could be that this benefit is intended to only be used with damaging spells. And that would be a perfectly reasonable way to rule it. But you could also rule it to where there is no stipulation on what type of spell you can cast. So if an ally provokes an opportunity attack, you could cast a spell on it instead of making a melee attack against that creature. And you could heal your ally or buff them. There's really not a restriction on this. And it's not clear if this reaction is still an opportunity attack or not. because it says that you take this reaction and rather than making an opportunity attack. So I want to say that it is a bad faith ruling to allow this benefit to be used to do anything other than a damaging spell. But I can't say that with absolute certainty because of the way that this benefit is worded, because it is unclear what the intention of it is. And who knows? Maybe Jeremy Crawford will come out and clarify the ruling on this feat. And I really think he should, because we as a community, as the Dungeons and Dragons community, need to know whether or not Warcaster is intended to be used this way on allies or not. Because if you can use this feature to heal or buff your allies as a reaction, that's a really good feature. But as a dungeon master, the monsters that you control aren't going to be able to do a similar thing unless you homebrew them, or unless there are monsters in the monster manual that can do certain things like this. This could have issues with balance. It is hard to determine what the effect of this would be on your games. I don't think it is intended to be used in that particular way, being able to heal or buff allies as a reaction spell. I think if you really wanted to do that, you should hold your action to reaction cast a spell to heal or buff that ally. I don't know if this is intended to be used that particular way on allies. I really think this is intended to be only used with damaging spells. But I can't say with absolute certainty that that is the intention because of how this is worded. And really, it's entirely down to the ruling of the dungeon master and the players whether or not this can be utilized in that specific way. So yeah, Warcaster is really my only issue with opportunity attacks. I think it's perfectly fine to target your allies with an opportunity attack. I think the real issue here is Warcaster. It's that you can cast a spell as a reaction targeting a creature that provoked an opportunity attack, but this spell is a replacement of an opportunity attack, and it doesn't specify that it is still supposed to be an opportunity attack. It also doesn't specify that it has to be a melee spell attack or anything. Just as it has to have a casting time and action and target only that creature. So yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on Warcaster and whether or not it should be allowed for you to use this ability to heal and buff allies, or whether or not it should be only utilized for damaging spells, so that it is along the same lines as the intention for what an opportunity attack is supposed to be used for, damaging targets that leave your reach. Because I'm really interested in what the general thoughts are for this particular benefit. Because I really don't know how to rule a reactor spell. I think there are issues with it if it's allowed. There could not be issues with it if it's allowed. But it's really the ruling on it that's the issue here, because it's not clear. So yeah, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I appreciate all the comments on my last opportunity attacks video. I hope this one clarified what my actual issue with opportunity attacks is, because I really skirted around my actual issue with that video. It was very clear that you could make an opportunity attack against an ally, but obviously opportunity attacks specify that you're making a melee attack, so you wouldn't really want to use that against allies. But Warcaster is the particular feat that changes up how that functionality works. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Thank you for watching the video, and I will catch you all later. See ya.